Man, Patrick, I am just so gosh darn stressed. Aren't you, about how much pressure the school adds onto us?
Yes,
God,
I am.
I am left a crying at night. That happens on a regular basis.
I bet it does.
You know, just the other day, I ran into a wall while reading my book, you know, broke my nose.
Really?
No, not really, but it could have happened because I am just so stressed.
Oh, alright.
Okay, but that was that conversation.
I hate this school.
May I have your attention, please? May I have your attention, please?
Does River Hill pressure you to get good grades?
They add pressure on our grades.
Well, everybody expects you to be in GT classes, and they expect you to get straight A's.
Like tests and stuff, and they like, since we're like such like a high up there school, everyone has to be like in GTs, and it's stressful.
I think that River Hill is a school where a lot of pressure is put on students. I personally think that if River Hill were a little bit more relaxed, then maybe students could achieve more of the things that they like than the things that they have to do.
I would say that there's an extra pressure to get better grades. I think it's a thing that's passed down from parents to students, and then from also to teachers and administrators to students. There's a pressure to be in AP classes. There's a pressure to be top of your class, and if you don't have a 4.0, you're not in the top, 10%. So there's a huge pressure being here, which is good, but it also is bad. It takes people to negative extremes to get those grades.
When you hear the words River Hill High School, what is the first thing that comes to mind?
Nerds.
Definitely. Like, I mean, everyone was like, oh yeah, and I'm in all 10 APs and I'm a freshman, and I'm like, okay, have to get a 4.0 now.
I don't think it's River Hill, the school, but I think it's the teachers, or not the teachers, the students and the parents of those students.
I think the culture of River Hill definitely is a very competitive environment. I think one of the things that we need to start working on is for people not to put so much pressure on themselves and like measure themselves against each other. You got to be happy with who you are and what you're able to accomplish.
I'm kind of competitive, and I would really want to get into a good school.
Does it relate to like sports teams and things?
Yeah, I definitely think that it has your grades have a big impact on your sports, because well, for at least lacrosse this season, there's a requirement to keep a 3.2 GPA or higher to stay on the team, so it's a lot of pressure, especially if you're in harder classes like for GT and AP. Yeah.
I understand, like, people who don't want to go to college, I understand that perspective, but they do put a lot of pressure on you to go to college, and, like, it just depends on who you hang out with, though.
I do think that there might be a little bit of added pressure here than other schools. I think there is a lot of pressure in the community to take advanced classes, I think, because of all that is offered, and I think some of the kids put pressures on themselves. I have heard from other teachers and guidance counselors who have been at other schools that River Hill does seem to have a little bit more pressure than other schools, so I would have to agree with that statement.
Do you feel there is added pressure in River Hill High School to get better grades?
Yeah, there's always these douchebags telling me that I have to get good grades.
Do you think that affects your work quality?
It does.
Okay, that's all the questions we have for today.